Right, let's get into this David Justice Halle Berry conversation. Now, it's from All the Smoke. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a little lengthy, so we're going to be, walking and talking with meaningful pauses in between, okay? So, David Justice revealed that not only, and this is not new information, Hallie has shared this before, she proposed to him just 5 months after they met in 1992. And they married January 1st, 1993. They met in May of 92, right? He said that things soured when he realized she wasn't the traditional wife he envisioned. He said one tension point came when Halle greeted another actor with a kiss on the lips in front of him, something she called a Los Angeles thing. So he felt the Hollywood game was interfering. He also felt like when the rumors and conversation came up about the ex-boyfriend or the ex in her life that was abusive, that she didn't do enough to clear his name when those rumors were flying back in the day. And he said he suffered because of it, right? The marriage ended in 97, and Justice says the public narrative blamed him. And he said that, he understands what she was going through, essentially, but that she should have looked out for him in that regard. So we'll listen to a bit, we'll comment, we'll listen, we'll comment. Here we are.
But I didn't really have any really real personal stuff until, Halle and I got together, you see. And of course, that was a lot of focus because back in them times, I can't think other than Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe. I can't think of anybody before that was us.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. I can't think of no one. Mm-hmm. And then Halle coming up young and
wait. Can we pause it really quick? He said he couldn't think of anybody that was equivalent to them. I'm going to name somebody that was just a couple of years before that actually Halle starred in a movie with, probably around that time. Mike Tyson and Robin Givens. Anybody? But we'll continue on.
Being hot and just trying to make her career. And then you got me. And, it really wasn't a lot of negative attention until I decided to leave her in 1996. I remember Halle saying to me, hey, she asked me to marry her after knowing me for 5 months. And I mean, I said, okay. But because I couldn't say no.
I mean, yeah, who's going to say no at that time?
And I said, okay, but I don't know if my heart was really into it.
Right.
But I didn't want to make her feel bad and say no, or like I was just in the moment. It caught me off guard. But I was like, cool, we getting along, we vibing. We're only 5 months in, we still in the honeymoon state. And then all of a sudden that followed up.
I decided to pause myself, Jill.
Okay.
Red flag off the rip. Like, your heart wasn't into it. And I think a lot of men, generally speaking, whether it's boyfriend-girlfriend relationship or marriage, I think sometimes they do jump into relationships not 100% with their whole heart into it. I think they do it for
a multitude of reasons.
And I think that's probably the beginning. Obviously he didn't know what was going to occur, but off the rip, he should have we all should know. If your heart is not into it, just fall back. Don't even.
I mean, 92 Halle Berry was 92 Halle
I get
Berry.
I get it.
I met Halle in May of 1992. So you talking about, then we got married January 1st, 1993.
Damn.
Right. And, but we spent a lot of time apart because she was doing movies in this country, that country. And we honestly, we probably could have made it if I knew about therapy. If we knew about therapy, we probably could have made it because we never had any major issues like that. Mm-hmm. It's just that because I was young and had only been in, honestly, one real relationship before her. My knowledge and my understanding, my wisdom around relationships just wasn't vast. So I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy. So in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean,
Traditional.
you know, and then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, you know, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem
Pause
like
it for
motherly.
a second. I'm going to say, and, you know, she didn't. They were both young. But I'm also going to say the fact that I think a lot of men, famous men included, think they want a famous woman until they get a famous woman and the things that come along with it, right? Because for some men, makes them uncomfortable that they're not the most famous woman. I mean, not the most famous person in their family. And it's all good, like, yeah, that's me, until it really has to be you. And sometimes you get pushed to the left or told to step off the carpet so we could get a solo shot of Miss Berry. I'm not saying that happened to David. I'm just saying. Let's continue.
You know, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we start having issues. Listen, we never, I'll say this. We never had any issues about other women, other men. I mean, like, I was never tripping when, well, I was tripping one time when she.
Oh, no, I got one time I was tripping.
At one time, because I didn't understand it. When we were out to lunch in L.A. Now, I'm from Cincinnati, man. I ain't even in L.A. scene like that. And she see an actor that she worked with one time, and he came in, hey, kissed him on the lips.
Oh.
What are we doing around here?
Was he European or American? I'm
Yeah,
confused.
American.
What's going on here?
What? Oh, so I know this is going to be a conversation. So get home and I ask about that. Oh, that's what we do in L.A. Oh, okay then. So now her manager and I used to go to this restaurant all the time. I had a young lady at the front seat us all the time. We went there so much, she became so friendly. We got the hugging her every time we come in. Hey, how you doing? Just regular hug. Take Halle and his wife to lunch one time. I said, Halle, this is such and such. This is Halle, right? Halle looked at that girl, saw how fine she was. Like, barely touched her hand, right? Just played her crazy. I was embarrassed, bro. I was like, but wait, hold on. I just hugged the girl.
Right.
You kissed this dude, and you mad at me because I hugged the girl? So, but remember, we young. So, you know, young, you get petty.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You petty when you're young. And there's things you just do that are petty when you're young. Well, anyway, the honeymoon stage was over, right? And now it's just David and Halle. And when it's just David and Halle, I just realized this is not the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. So February 1996, I told her, hey, I can't do this no more. We don't have any kids. You said you wouldn't want any money from me because really she didn't have any money. I was the one who bought the house in LA. I was the one who had my house in Atlanta.
Dang,
I'm really
David.
putting everything.
As a man
And I
should,
said,
David.
You said you didn't want any money, so we don't have any kids. We should just make a clean break. And she was like, no. No. And then all of a sudden I find out I got all these women. I find out I'm doing all this other stuff. And so what she was doing is, see, I'm just an athlete. I don't have managers. I don't have this system behind me. You see, she got managers. She got all this kind of stuff.
She got the machine.
She got the machine. So you got the machine now coming against me. And I remember my mom saying to me, she was like, listen, baby, all the media want to do is see you two, you young black kids fighting with each other. She said, you just take the high road and let her say whatever she want to say, but I don't want you out here talking bad about that girl. My mama said this to me. I'm an only child, raised with just my mom. What my mom said was gospel.
Right.
So I said, okay, Mom, I won't talk like that in public. I might talk a lot of junk to the boys, but I ain't gonna say nothing in public. And I didn't, man. I didn't. I just watched her say all this stuff about me, and I was like, and so crazy is, The one thing that probably I would say hurt the most is Halle had a relationship with a gentleman who hit her on the side of the head. And so she lost some hearing. But she never made him public. And I'm not going to make him public because I ain't going to do him like that. I know who it is.
So do I.
But for people to think, oh, it had to be David Justice because the only person they associated her with was me. Now, she said it was a former boyfriend. I'm not a former boyfriend. I was her husband.
Right.
That's different.
Big difference.
But literally, from 96 until even today, sometimes I'll see someone on social media. Well, he hit her in the head. And I'm like, oh, that's just a quick Google search.
Yeah.
Do a quick Google search. That girl ain't never said I hit her in the head. But one thing I didn't like is, but she let you think that.
Right.
She let the world think it.
That's tough.
She didn't come out and say,
That wasn't him.
oh, no, it wasn't David. But I'm not going to say who it was, but it wasn't him. No, she let the world think that it was me. And that I never appreciated with her. I thought she was dead wrong for that. I thought she should have handled that better.
Now listen, I think one, David Justice has a right to be upset that he was kind of left caught up in the mix, in the twist about that incident with Halle, right? But to be fair, she said boyfriend and you were her husband, ex-husband. So, I mean, she did clarify to some degree. We know that rumors have been swirling for years, but I really feel like his name wasn't the name that was hammered hard. If there's anyone who I feel like has a bigger gripe as far as that, it's Christopher Williams, right? He was accused of it. And then there's the individual that we all believe it to be. And if you're in the chat, you can search up and down there and figure that one out. Listen, storytelling is a great deal of what makes podcasts. I just wonder, though, as we always, go hard on the women for their dating choices and past, right? Why do we not do the same? Well, I do. But why do we not do the same exploration of the gentlemen? Why do they not get as much heat,